How we doing today, people? We're out here and we're buttoning up some tooling, and I come across this one big bolt, and it's all been bent. The frame has been twisted. The two securing points have been twisted, and it's heavy steel. And I got to putting the bolt in there, and I put a little Vaseline on it. I took a thread chaser and I chased the threads because they were all bashed up. And I just it reminded me of something in life. You know how sometimes you're traveling through this journey and your bolt gets a little galled up, and the metal of your life is all twisted and tangled up. But yet, you know, it's just like this bolt. You've got to send it home. You've got to keep going. You've got to continue. You can't stop. Once you're so far, you can't turn around. There's no do-overs in life. So you have to be happy with the choices you've made. And if you're not happy with the choices you've made, you need to start making better choices. Okay, people? And the situation here says, well, let me show you. It's pretty galled up, okay? You can see that it's pretty galled up. And if you can't tell, we've got a huge crescent wrench on this. And on the other side, you can see all the slag and slurry from the Vaseline, but there's a piece of metal underneath here, right here, that secures it so the bolt head won't turn. But when you're going through life, people, and you're looking at it and saying, man, the threads are all twisted up, so to speak. You know, it isn't easy anymore. It's getting harder. You have to dig down deep. And you have to say to yourself, I'm not going to quit. Matter of fact, what's my option? Okay, what is my option? I need to go from here to here in life. And the situation, when you're trying to get from here to there, sometimes the situation will tell you, you have to just keep going. And your mind will tell you, well, try to do it this way, or maybe that way's better. But if you try to deviate and go around what you know you need to do, your history, your course of correction, if you try to deviate from your destiny, it's only going to put you back further. You're going to come right back, circle back to where you're at now, and them same threads of life that are galled up and bent over and twisted, you're going to have to still take that nut, which is your compass in life, and you're going to have to turn it and keep turning. And sometimes you say, well, I don't know if it's ever going to tighten up. I don't know if I'm ever going to reach now. I don't know if I'm ever going to arrive there. Well, just be glad that you're awake today. Just be glad that you have a situation with a blue sky ahead of you. Possibly you can look at something positive and say, even though the metal's all twisted, even though my life seems like it's in shambles, even though it's not an easy road, okay, this is a positive message for you today, people. This is not a message that says the bolt threads are torn up and we can't do nothing about it. That's a give up mentality. That's a I'm gonna quit mentality. And right there, you're already defeated. So there's a course correction that you could do immediately, is say, I'm not gonna say the things like that no more. I'm gonna turn around, because perspective, remember, people, perspective is everything, okay? There's always two sides to the same coin. There's a message that a good friend of mine told me one time, you know, through many of their view, like their what they post and stuff. It's live with intentions, and that's a great message. To live with intention and not just float through life like a meager person just looking for the next breath of air. I mean, life is not this critically bad, people. Look at the positive of it. Even though their threads are galled up in your life, even though the nut doesn't seem to want to go in your life, take that opportunity to add another building block on your character and say, you know what? This is a character building moment, and I'm going to move forward regardless of the situation. And let me tell you something. That will make your victory, when you finally do get that fixed, that will make that victory taste that much sweeter. It will be like a nice pot roast when you've seasoned it perfectly and you put that onto a plate with some nice roasted potatoes and possibly even some carrots, and you drizzle that gravy across it with a nice piece of Italian bread and real American butter on top of it, and you say to yourself, that's going to be my victory. When you win in life, it's like a sweet, savory aroma that your whole life seems to be going correctly. So don't let them little things in life stop you from enjoying what you really need to do, which is fulfill your destiny, move forward, never look back. Matter of fact, all my vehicles, I take the rear view mirrors right off them. I'm not looking back, people. I'm moving forward. I'm moving on. If you don't want to come with me, then it was nice knowing you. But at the end of the day, that's my mentality. I have a winning mentality. I have a winning perspective, and I have a message today that says live with intentions, and I have a message that says I'm more than a victorious person. I'm more than that. So there's where my confidence is. If you don't have confidence higher than a midget's knees, try to do something today. Go out there and win, and get your mind right first. Do not start the day without getting your mind right. This is Bry. I've got to get on down the road. I've got to fulfill my destiny. I'll talk to you later.